This is a carbohydrate and this is a carbohydrate, but our bodies respond very differently to both. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Healthy Muse. My name is Jacqueline, and in today's video, I'd like to talk about a topic that there's a lot of confusion around. As a dietitian, my patients often come to me questioning whether they should eliminate carbohydrates, go on a low-carb diet, or they're already on one. They want to lose weight, they're afraid of their blood sugar elevating, they're confused, they don't know what to do. So in today's video, I'd like to break it down. What are carbohydrates, what they do in the body, and do you actually need them? So let's dive right in. What are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are compounds composed of sugar molecules. Plants create carbohydrates through the process known as photosynthesis, where plants take water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight, and through the process of photosynthesis, they generate energy that they need to thrive. Humans, we then eat these plants for energy, or what they create, right? What these plants create for energy, or humans take some of these plant derivatives and they create foods and we then eat them. Carbohydrates are basically composed of carbon, hence the name carbo, hydrogen, and oxygen. Hydrates, carbohydrates, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. And there are four main types of carbohydrates. We have the sugars, we have the starch, we have glycogen, and we have fiber. Let's start with the sugars. You have what's called monosaccharides, okay, and it's a very simple form. We have galactose, we have glucose, and we have fructose. These are called monosaccharides. Then we have what's called disaccharides, where di meaning two of these sugar molecules. So for example, maltose is a disaccharide composed of two glucose monosaccharides, two glucose molecules. Sucrose is composed of fructose and glucose. Lactose, which is a milk sugar, interestingly enough, the only sugar coming from animal origins, is composed of galactose and glucose. Our body breaks down these disaccharides very quickly into the monosaccharides. Okay, these are known as simple sugars. Now, you might have heard of lactose, right? Lactose intolerance. Anytime you hear the word OSE, O-S-E, it means there's a sugar involved. So there's sugar there. What is lactose intolerance? When the body does not have sufficient enough of lactase, ACE meaning enzymes, to break down this milk sugar in the body. So what happens is that it goes undigested through the small intestine, and then in the colon or in the large colon, the bacteria that is in the colon start to break it down, and a lot of these then sugars become broken down and fermented by these by these bacteria in the large intestine or the colon, and then a lot of people experience bloating, gas, tummy pain, not fun. So this is lactose. Okay, lactose is a disaccharide. Now, you have also, or we have also, starches. Starches are basically, right, we mentioned monosaccharides, disaccharides, and starches are polysaccharides. These are longer chains of these sugar molecules. It could be thousands of chains of these sugar molecules. And these starches are found in different kind of plant foods. So you have grains, okay, you have breads, you have beans, you have legumes, okay? These are starches. And plants store this sugar, okay, in the form of starches in plants, okay? In the body, we store this sugar in the form of glycogen in the liver or our skeletal muscle. When the body is low on sugar, the liver then has this extra supply of sugar known as glycogen for the body to use. When we need to tap into glucose or sugar for energy when we're engaging in activity, our muscles have this glycogen as well. Now, it's really, really important for the human body, specifically the brain, functions really well on glucose. Okay, you might have heard that, going on a very, very low carbohydrate diet or keto diet, right, the body secretes ketones, and eventually the brain becomes accustomed to surviving on fat as an energy source. That's not always easy to do. That might be in my next video, but for this video, let's just say that the brain really prefers carbohydrates as the main source of fuel and energy for the body. The red blood cells and the central nervous system also need glucose and this sugar to survive and thrive. All right, so we talked about the sugars, the monosaccharides, the disaccharides. We spoke about glycogen, which is the storage form of glucose or sugar in the body, in the liver and skeletal muscle. We spoke about starches, and basically plants store this sugar in the form of starches. And these can be found in foods like oats, wheat, rice, breads, also starchy vegetables, potatoes, corn, beans, legumes, okay? And then we have fiber. Fiber is the non-digestible form of plants. However, fiber has multiple health benefits. Fiber, what it does is that not only does it increase satiety, it helps you stay full, okay? Fiber is really helpful for digestion. So if you are suffering from constipation, fiber helps things move along in your colon, okay? Now there are different kinds of fibers also for a future video, but let's just say for today, fiber really helps improve digestion and can prevent constipation. Now the liver makes something called bile, okay, which it secretes into the small intestine. And the bile helps to break down or emulsify fat. In the bile, you also have cholesterol. Cholesterol is part of bile. Sometimes this bile gets secreted or reabsorbed back into the body. Now what fiber does, fiber kind of sticks to this bile, which also includes cholesterol, and kind of ushers it out into the body. So eating fiber regularly helps to keep your cholesterol levels within normal limits, okay? Fiber is also amazing for our gut. There's a diversity of fiber out there. Also might talk about in future videos. And fiber is really wonderful for our gut microbiome. So a lot of multiple health benefits. So we have the sugars, we have the starches, we have the glycogen, and we have the fiber. These are your 4 basic types of carbohydrates. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gave you a simple breakdown of what carbohydrates are and why they're important and why the human body needs them. Let me know in the comments if you found this helpful, if you have any questions, or in the future, what kind of videos you would like me to create. Thanks so much, friends, for stopping by. Always wishing you lots of health and blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.